All right, golfers, Dean with golfallyear.com, and I wanted to go through with you how to set up your clubs for the best experience in Golf Plus. And so the first thing you want to do is go to the Golf Plus main menu, right? And we're going to come over here and we're going to click on the settings option. And now you'll get all your options for your settings. The first thing you want to look at and think about is the physics V2 versus V1. The version 1 is the one where you can adjust your power during the round for each of your clubs. That's what I've been using. Had a lot of success with it because you can adjust how, the distance of your clubs that way. The new physics V2, which I think they're going to get rid of the version 1 at some point, but the V2 is more based on your actual swing. Now you can adjust how your ball will come off the club face and the spin that you're going to have, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm moving towards V2. I think it's much harder, so I have a feeling that I'm going to drop in the rankings quite a bit just because of that. I've played a couple of rounds, and it's challenging, more challenging, but it feels more realistic with the physics version 2. Okay, and so the other things you can do with your settings here is you can do a shot shaper. That's for novice and amateur. I don't use that. You obviously can change a few things there. The club selection mode, use the smart mode. That's going to be your caddy, and so it'll put the best club that they think is the best club for you based on the distance that you're away. You could put that to none and change that in different ways. Then some of the other options that you can get is the fast forward, hold down the trigger while the ball is in motion to speed up your shot. If you want to play a faster round, I think that's what the fast forward is. This I've tried, always show the green contour. So it's going to show the lines of the hills and things even when you're putting. So as you are putting, you can see the lines and you can kind of read the green as you are putting. I thought it was kind of a distraction as the lines will go through your ball. So I unchecked that. You can just check it here if you want it, or you can uncheck it. I unchecked it. I'm going to play without the contours. You can still check the contours by pulling the trigger button. And so pull it as many times as you want until you get the feel, and then line it up and go. Hide the flag on the green if you want to pull out the pin. I'm so used to playing nowadays where I keep the flag in. I don't think that's a big deal, but again, you can change that on and off. The fade trail, your ball fades out over time. I kind of like that. It's up to you though. No trail on the green, meaning that when you hit the ball, you won't see the path of the ball. I like to see the path of the ball just so I can see how I read the green and how I did on the putt. So I like to keep that unchecked. And then you cannot see the name on it and edit your avatar. So those are all the settings. The big one is the physics 1. And if you're going to do physics V2, you need to start by going to down here where it says swing. And so when you hit on the swing, you can see that it goes to your swing settings. And you have all your clubs, right? And how they are set up for power assistance. Okay, this will help you with your power if you have a slower swing, because it is based on your actual swing. Version 1, V1, is not. And so you want to be able to adjust your power. It also will put where you can have a spin bias, where you can have a draw when it comes off the face of the club. The trajectory could be a draw or it could be a fade. Most people like to have a little draw. Maybe on your driver, you might want to have a fade. A lot of pros will do that. You get a little bit more distance. Then the pull and push is where it comes off the club face. And technically, this should be more of a push, meaning that it would be start off to the right, and then you would draw it back to the middle. Okay, so a push and a draw, and you just move these sliders either way. And you could do that for any of your clubs, all of your clubs that you have in your bag, right? Even your sand wedge and lob wedge, you can change how you do it. What I suggest, though, I went through and did all mine individually at once, and it took a while. But if you're going to do that, you're going to want to adjust it and then go to a practice shot. And click on this, and it'll let you hit a practice shot into the thing, right? And you can make adjustments at it. Okay, see, and so it'll hit, and you can see where it's going, and you can make adjustments based on your different club head speed and ball speed and smash factor and things like that. If you want to do it that way, that is one way to do it. The other way to do it, right, is to go global, and you're going to click on global, and this is your global settings, and you can calibrate when you're on the T-Box. You have to be on the T-Box, and you can calibrate all your club power, okay? And so if you click on the global, right, okay, so let me go back here to my swing, okay, and go to global, right? And if you are going to calibrate, you will click on calibrate the club power, and then you'll take 3 swings, okay? You'll take 3 swings. I've already done it, but you will take 3 swings, and then what it's going to do, you're going to take a swing that is normal, a swing that is a little faster, and then extremely hard swing or fast swing. And then it will put your numbers for your power assistant. So you can see my power assistant is already set at 17%. So that's what it says, that my swing is a little bit slower, and so I need a little bit more assistance to get the most out of my swing. Okay, so that's if you do global and calibrate your club power. Again, you can do it individually if you want. And so you can actually adjust those individually or all at once. Okay. Another cool thing that you can do is you can adjust the length of your club. You can see over here, my length is 102% for my driver. If you push up on the button, right, it'll make it longer or shorter, and you'll see that number switch, that percentage, and you can get a feel of getting that perfect distance to the ball, right? So it really feels like a real club, okay? You can also change the face rotation that you have, right? That will be, I put it more of a closed club face, right? So I get more of a little draw, but you can do either one, open the club face, close the club face, and that's where the rotation happens. Okay, so you will click on this. You can adjust one club at a time, and you'll go to a club, and you'll go adjust one club, right, and click on it, and then start adjusting, and that's where you can adjust. You can see my length is 118%, rotation 18.5. You can adjust it however you want. I suggest you go and hit a ball, or you adjust all the clubs at once, right? So you can just go and you can actually practice. What I like to do is I like to adjust my club, get my club to the right distance, and then what I'll do is I'll go into, I'll get back out, and I'll go to practice. And I'll go to my swing analyzer, and then I'll hit on that, and it'll take you to a whole different range. You'll go to a range. Okay, you see here, I'm flying to the clubhouse, right? Or not the clubhouse, but the driving range. And it's going to take me there, and then I can actually see my club. So if I adjusted, I think I was adjusting this club, right? Now I hit it, and I can see what it's going to do. Okay, so then I can look. Club face was slightly closed, open, but it hit it just nice little draw, perfect. 244. It actually went a little bit further than what it's supposed to, but a closed club path and an open club face. So I know that that's a pretty good length, and also I know that my draw and the draw that I put in on the club to have a draw bias is actually working. Okay, and so then let's go back to settings here. So that's what you do with your swing. You can adjust all your clubs, practice, hit it on the range, and then adjust all your clubs that way. Other things you can do in your settings, again, this is some user interface, but the ones that really make a difference is if you have a club attachment, which I have the Deadeye club attachment, you want to make sure this is checked. Okay, you can see that down here there's some for the Quest 3 that I don't have, so they'll be red, but you want to make sure you attach that so it knows that you're using the Deadeye attachment. And so then it's going to make sure that all your swing biases and things like that are based on that and the length of your club fits. When I didn't have this set up, the clubs were way off, and it really was frustrating until I figured, oh, it wasn't checked. So make sure that's checked. You have some multiplayer things. You have some audio things you can turn on and off, crowd sounds and effects and music if you don't want to have music and things like that. The big deal, again, is the swing where you can change all the clubs individually, especially if you're using Physics V2. And so there's a lot of settings that you can do. Physics V2 is a lot different than V1 in terms of just making sure that your club length is to be a good distance. It's a lot more realistic. So make sure you check that and then go down to the swing and hit a few balls. Go to the practice range like I'm here and hit some balls so you know that it's going in the right direction, the right distance, and so forth. So hopefully that helps you with the settings and getting set up to have the best round you can. I've had some struggles going to the Physics 2 and played some poor rounds with it. So hopefully I can get better at that. And I'm just going to keep trying and keep playing and having a lot of fun with Golf Plus. So I hope that helps. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you comment if you have any comments. Any help that you want to give, put it in the comments. We're always in this together. So let's try to keep getting better at golf.